Boop beep doo boop boop boop. Beep boop dee boop 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 beep boop 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 doo boop. Axel Foley, the fourth movie. Let's figure it out, Netflix. Was it a good one? Chase Liaki here at the Blue Futon reviewing Beverly Hills Cop, Axel Full F. Not Foley F. Weird title. I'll give it that. I don't know if it works. Anyway, quick recap. Basically, guess who's in Detroit? Axel Foley. Guess what he does? A ridiculous plot, and of course he screws up, but now he needs to go to Beverly Hills because his daughter is in danger. And now, of course, shenanigans ensues. We have the same people, John Ashton, we have Judge Renfield, and now we have Joseph Gordon-Levitt, who's now a cop, ex-helicopter pilot, and he is going to help, or is he going to help? And we also have Kevin Bacon, with it, of course, being the sleazy, Gucci-wearing DEA agent that you know from a mile away is the bad guy, period, end of subject. So, did I like this film? I thought it was pretty good. Was it the greatest? No. But I had fun with it. I think Eddie Murphy had a good time. I do wish we had more Judge Redfield. This one, I feel like I think we had more John Ashton in this movie, which is very interesting of his character and what he was in the third one. It's a good transition, but it doesn't really explain it. It does a little bit, but basically saying, hey, I wanted retirement, but then I wanted to get out of retirement. You're like, oh, okay, so you just quickly get to that rank. Anywho, whatever. But the story is pretty good. It's basically Eddie Murphy having to help his daughter, and their relationship is no bueno. But now his daughter basically is in the pickle, wrong pickle, and we got to figure it out. And we do have some characters from the back. We have Serge coming back. He was in the first, third, and fourth one. And of course, he has some shenanigans as well. I do think it's fun. The overall action set pieces are pretty good. But you do feel the CGI. There's especially one when he's in a small cart. If I want to put it that way, he goes down some stairs. Some very, very bad CGI. And you're like, is that really needed? Because when you watch the first, second, third, yes, you're going to have some green screen, especially with like in the third one where he's jumping on top of the amusement park ride. So, of course, there's going to be some green screen effects. But there were some CGI effects in this one. You're just like, oh no, that doesn't look good. Especially that one in a car blowing up when they first get their semi-truck. Was not that good. But the first action set piece kind of correlates with Beverly Hills Cop 1, where that one had a semi-truck with the cigarettes going and hitting some cars. And this one also had the funness of him keep hitting cars as well. So it was also a fun set piece. There's a really solid set piece with the helicopter. I love helicopter pilot scenes that are really super close to the ground. This does it really well. Ambulance did it really well. And so this was like, okay, good shit. There's one going over a bus. You're like, that's some pretty good helicopter stunts. And it didn't look CGI. And if it was, well, gosh darn it, I screwed up. There's also a Happy Gilmore reference. I don't know why they did it. I don't know what it correlates with the other movies, because I know other movies had Damon Wayne in it. It had Chris Rock in it. So maybe that's why they wanted to add a fun little cameo in this movie, but it was something I wasn't expecting. I did think that was funny. Joseph Gordon-Levitt does a good job. Luis Guzman is also in the movie. He does a good job as well, just playing a small cameo as well. But I just think the biggest issue with this movie is the story is so been there that there is no ifs, ands, or buts who the bad guy is or what is going to occur. Like, there is no rhyme or reason to be like, who is that person? Is that person going to be the bad guy? No, it is very, 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 very by the books, and that is very disappointing because I always want some twist in terms of maybe that person's the bad guy. Maybe that person's the bad guy, but you don't get that. Also, the whole point of the story is exonerating this one guy who is an informant for the cops, but you only see him once in the movie, and you expect a little bit more information to come out of him, but you don't. They do try to do a father-daughter at the end relationship, and it works pretty well. But like I said, this whole movie is unfortunately something that doesn't bring anything new to the table. Yes, it is fun watching Judge Renfield be like, Freeze, you're under arrest. That's fun. But they only use him for such a little moment, and it's kind of a little bit of a bummer. Technically, like I said, it's not bad, with some of the stunts being really good and some of them being, ooh, that's a set piece, ooh, that is a sound stage, or that's some CGI that didn't need to be CGI. And there's something I noticed with like the Tony Scott one, with the John, but with Beverly Hills Cops 1, 2, and 3, is when they shot the guns, casings came out of the guns, and it wasn't CGI, and it was realistic. Here, every time they shoot a gun, you just feel the CGI of this, and it's bothering me now. It truly is when you're watching these old school action movies, and it's like, we're going to use blanks. We're going to have safety on sets. Here, it's like, we'll just do post-production, and I feel like movies nowadays are really pushing the post-production push, and it's really starting to piss me off through no end. It really is. But yeah, it's a fine movie. It's nothing special, but it is a fun little experience of like, yeah, I'm gonna have a smile on my face through and throughout. Eddie Murphy does a good job. Joseph Gordon-Levitt does a good job. Everyone does a good job in this movie, except the writing, because it is so been there, done that. I wanted something a little bit more. So Beverly Hills Cop Axel F. Still don't like the title. Will receive a 3 out of 5 with Futons, which equals at 60%. So to the critics, news scores gave this one. So critics were at a 66% with 101 of them. Audience score 79% with 250. Critic consensus: content to a very game Eddie Murphy bring all the heat. The fourth Beverly Hills Cop coasts on nostalgia, but marks a welcome return for Axel Foley. Sure, you could say that, but like I said, this story left me just wanting so much more. 60, 66, 79. Chase Leak here at the Blue Futon. Like, comment, subscribe. I don't think Futontopia. You Futon, yeah! Why am I so freaking yawning right now? Alright, screenwriters. There's 3 of them. And one of them actually did The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent. Interesting. So, oh well. It is what it is. So we got the 66, the 60, and the 79. Chase Hockey here at the Blue Futon. Like, comment, subscribe. Oh no, thanks, Futontopia. You Booftonians, thank you for watching a great day. Looking forward to stay tomorrow week from a month or a year for every single freak one of you. It's understandable this is why this went to Netflix, but seeing this in theaters would have been a little bit more fun.